Hello, Kentucky friends. The SEC has just announced the home and away opponents for the 2025-26 conference season for the Wildcats. Who will be Kentucky's big opponent? I would bet on two, but I'll only tell you at the end. Stay until the end of the video. The 2025-26 season for the Kentucky Wildcats promises to be an epic chapter in the legacy of one of the most traditional franchises in American college basketball. Led by head coach Mark Pope, who has demonstrated an innovative and engaging style in his approach to the game. The team takes the court with a schedule packed with high-level challenges, reflecting the program's commitment to competing against the best to maintain its elite status in the NCAA. The combination of home and away games against historic rivals like the Tennessee Volunteers, Vanderbilt Commodores, and the defending national champion Florida Gators is enough to light up the lights at Rupp Arena and get fans' hearts racing. The favorable record in historic matchups against these teams is a point of pride for Kentucky. But it's also a reminder that the weight of the blue and white jersey comes with the expectation of consistent winning. With impressive records in series against Tennessee, 163-79, Vanderbilt, 158-50, and Florida, 111-42. The Wildcats carry with them the responsibility of honoring this tradition, even against opponents that have shown constant improvement. The inclusion of the defending national champion Florida Gators in the early schedule adds even more spice to the schedule, offering fans the opportunity to witness matchups that could very well decide the course of the SEC Conference and even the race for the national title. But it's not just the regional classics that draw attention. The schedule also features games against other college powerhouses such as Georgia, Mississippi State, Missouri, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Texas, all of which will be in the 2025 NCAA tournament. This strategic choice of opponents highlights the desire to put Kentucky in high-pressure situations early in the season, preparing the team for the decisive moments that will inevitably come. In addition, road games against Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, South Carolina, and Texas A&M promise to test the Wildcats' resilience and adaptability, especially considering that many of these programs have established themselves as dominant forces in college basketball. One detail that deserves to be highlighted is the technical and tactical quality displayed by some of these opponents last season. Alabama, Arkansas, and Auburn, for example, advanced to the second weekend of the Big Dance, while Auburn went even further, reaching the Final Four against teams of this caliber. Every possession takes on dramatic proportions, and the margin for error is drastically reduced. For Mark Pope, this represents both a challenge and an opportunity to mold his group into a cohesive, relentless unit capable of overcoming any obstacle thrown at them by their opponents. The strength of the SEC Conference, widely recognized as one of the most competitive in the country, becomes even more evident when looking at the roster of opponents this season. Each conference game is, at its core, a test of character, skill, and strategy. And it is precisely in this type of environment that great players and great teams come to the fore. For Kentucky, the mission is clear: to use these matchups as laboratories for refinement, seeking to fine-tune every detail before the playoffs. With Pope, there are clear signs that this mentality is being cultivated with care. His ability to motivate his players, combined with his deep knowledge of the game, has been key in keeping enthusiasm high, even in the face of such a demanding schedule. Whether it's in epic games against Tennessee or tense clashes against defending champion Florida, the team will have the chance to prove, once again, why it is considered one of the greatest powers in the sport. And at the end of this video, I point out two opponents that will be very difficult for the Cats. Watch till the end. Jaylen Green joins Kentucky. What else is new? Hometown native Jaylen Green, a former Frederick Douglass High School star, is back in the heart of the state's college basketball scene, now as a graduate assistant for Mark Pope's team. The News announced by Green himself on Twitter is more than just an addition to the coaching staff. It's a symbol of the program's commitment to maintaining its local roots while building toward a promising future. Green is no stranger to basketball fans in Lexington. His journey began on the high school court, where he emerged as one of Frederick Douglass' top talents. Averaging 16.7 points and 4.8 rebounds per game in his senior season, he not only dazzled fans, but also racked up postseason honors, cementing himself as a local fixture. Choosing to stay close to home to begin his college career at Transylvania University was a reflection of his connection to the community, something that now resonates even more with his return to the Kentucky Wildcats. At Transylvania, Green not only maintained his level, but elevated it. He became a top performer in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, HCAC, earning first-team all-conference honors in back-to-back seasons. 2022, 2023, and 2023-24. His averages of 17.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and leading his team in scoring. Three-pointers made and steals as a senior show the versatility and impact he brought to the court. Those numbers, however, only tell part of the story. Green was the kind of player who set the pace and made the difference in crucial moments, a quality he will now seek to impart as a coach. After 3 seasons at Transy, Green took a step forward, transferring to Ohio Dominican University, where he combined his master's degree in data analytics with his final season as a player. In 28 games, averaging 5.8 points, 1.7 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in 16.1 minutes per game, he demonstrated the same dedication that has marked him throughout his career. But basketball, for Green, has always been about more than numbers. It was about legacy, about representing Lexington, about blazing a trail. And that's exactly what his new role at Kentucky represents. The addition of Jaylen Green to the Wildcats coaching staff is an inspired move by head coach Mark Pope, who continues to shape the program with a vision that balances innovation and tradition. Pope, known for his ability to bring out the best in his players and his passion for building a cohesive culture, appears to have found in Green not only a young coach with potential, but also an ambassador for the values that propremiles. Muk tok sumtes, that muk/move taus. Pope, known for his ability to bring out their peers, and muk/intes, muk/amuse in sout. You know, I'm so severdable, pro side. I'll see point side//a move. Muk//laugh. Muk slide. Quote cad, my lad. I is a lad. I be cad. My say you I leak I call you said it to kawaii. It's so said to be I by let. It's it to sky. We do die to reuse it to be key. It's but I sit it's to be to get to we to you cook. It's a guess that is said this is you to sell it. Well, this is happened. BBN holds so dear. Green, with his history of hard work, accomplishments, and, above all, loyalty to Kentucky, is the epitome of what it means to be a part of this program. Trading the jersey for the drawing board is no easy transition. But Green appears ready for the challenge. His experience as a player, combined with his academic background in data analytics, brings a unique combination to the staff. In an era where college basketball increasingly relies on advanced statistics and data-driven strategies, Green has the potential to provide valuable insights while learning from one of the most dynamic coaches in the NCAA. Let's get started. What about football? There are some guys coming to Kentucky. Delvecchio Deuce Alston's commitment to Kentucky football represents another significant step in building a recruiting class that, with each new announcement, becomes even more promising. The 3-star running back, coming from Hewitt-Trussville High School in Alabama, brings with him not only raw talent, but also a clear opportunity for Kentucky to bolster its running attack. One of the program's hallmarks in recent years, under Mark Stoops. Alston is a perfect example of the type of versatile player who can thrive in the SEC, ranked as the 106th best running back in his class by 247 sports. He combines physical strength with agility, traits that are essential to face the physical and technical defenses that dominate the conference. While his national ranking may not place him among the hottest prospects, his selection by Kentucky over programs like Minnesota, Liberty, Memphis, and Virginia demonstrates that the program's prestige is growing, even in the face of respectable recruiting competition. Alston's decision was announced via Twitter on Wednesday, marking Kentucky's third consecutive commitment in just 3 days. This rapid pace of recruiting reflects not only the efficiency of the Stoops-led staff, but also the program's ability to attract players who fit perfectly into the offensive system. Alston's official visit to campus on June 13th appears to have been pivotal in this process. Experiences like these allow recruits to get a feel for the program, meet the coaches, and envision their future within the team. For Alston, this immersion in Lexington clearly left a positive impression, cementing his confidence in the Wildcats' athletic project. In addition, Alston becomes the first running back pledge in the 2026 class, filling a crucial position for the future of Kentucky's offense. Running backs are a key part of the physical, clock-based style of play that Stoops and his coordinators have been using in recent years. With key players leaving in recent seasons, securing a talent like Alston is essential to maintaining continuity and competitiveness. He arrives with the mission of helping rebuild and strengthen a department that has been a cornerstone of the program's success. The timing of this string of commitments is particularly interesting. After entering June with just one commitment, the Wildcats have added 7 new talents in just a few weeks, including Messiah Tilson, Max Mooring, and now Delvico Alston. This burst of activity ironically comes on the heels of the departure of Vince Marrow, an iconic figure in Kentucky recruiting. While many speculated that Marrow's departure would weaken the program, the opposite appears to be happening. Collective work of the coaching staff, led by Stoops, has demonstrated that Kentucky's recruiting is not dependent on one person, but rather on a solid, well-organized structure. Another notable point is the geographic diversity of the recruits. Alston hails from Alabama, a state traditionally dominated by programs like Alabama and Auburn. His choice for Kentucky is a clear sign that the program is expanding its reach and competing in markets where it has historically been difficult to attract talent. This territorial expansion not only enriches the roster with different styles of play, but also increases Kentucky's visibility in key regions for high school football. For BBN fans, Deuce Alston's commitment is yet another reason to celebrate. He is not only a player who promises to make an impact on the field, but also a symbol of the program's resilience and determination amidst change and challenges. Under Mark Stoops, Kentucky has demonstrated a remarkable ability to develop young talent into college-ready players, and Alston seems like exactly the type of athlete who can thrive in that environment. Welcome to BBN Deuce. May your journey be marked by achievements and memorable moments in blue and white. The 2 opponents I mentioned that could be tough. First, Arkansas. The Kentucky Wildcats, Arkansas's Razorbacks. Clash takes on a special flavor this season due to the presence of John Calipari at the helm of the Razorbacks. Yes, the same Calipari, who for nearly 14 years was the embodiment of success in Lexington, transforming Kentucky into an undisputed powerhouse in college basketball. Now, he returns to the SEC stage, but this time on the other side of the court, leading in Arkansas, that seems determined to shake the historic dominance of the program he helped build. This context adds a unique emotional and strategic layer to the duels between the 2 teams. And Alabama, the Alabama Crimson Tide, coached by Nate Oates, has stood out for its explosive offensive approach and aggressive defense. The team is known for its ability to convert 3-point shots efficiently, as well as for its defensive intensity, which constantly pressures opponents and forces mistakes. Alabama has been a thorn in the side of college basketball for opponents. In recent years, reaching the second weekend of the NCAA tournament big dance and maintaining a competitive pace against the best teams in the country. Their fast, physical style of play requires opponents to be prepared for intense duels, both physically and tactically. For Kentucky, facing Alabama means dealing with a team that not only seeks wins, but also imposes its style of play, controlling the pace of the game from the beginning. Who will be the toughest for you? Comment below.